Okay, I'm gonna transition us into our first topic. Here's how, man. Speaking of this show here, The Last of Us.
Speaking of this,
huh? Yeah, speaking of nasty stuff. I remember when the episode 2, when all the fungus and stuff was growing, and that's when LaTanya tapped out. She said, "Yo, watch the rest without me." She tapped out like, bro.
I'm out of here, yo.
It was because you remember in episode 2,
nah, it was nasty,
opened his mouth, and then it was like it was like even I was like, nah, boy, it's not that bad inside. I'm like, no, it's pretty bad.
It's gross. Man. Even the intro is nasty. Like,
yeah, man, you trying to see all that the fungus growing, man. Heck, no. Anyway, I literally skipped past the intro. It's funny enough because recently I started watching the last few episodes with some other people, and the guy, when I started the episode, he was like, "Yo, man, don't you just love the intro?" I was actually like, bro, I usually skip over this. I'll be honest with you, I literally skipped past this joint. So no, I watched it.
What did he love about the intro, bro?
I don't know. I guess the cinematography. I guess I don't know. Son. I was like, bro, I usually skip over this joint, and I'm actually only watching this because you here. But dang, that's crazy. You like it because I was so against it. You know what I mean? It ain't bad, but it just ain't for me. It just ain't for me, son. But listen, we'll switch to the topic. The Last of Us. It's a TV show on HBO. Really, really popular. It did some really great numbers, and the series finale just ended this past week. Episode 9 just ended, called "Look for the Light." And so we got to talk about it, Leland. What did you think of the episode, dog? What did you think of the ending? You want to tell the people what happened? This is about to be spoilers. What you think, dog?
Trash.
Oh, he ain't talking about it yet. I was looking at your face. I'm hyping stuff. I was like, hold on. Did he hear me? Is it frozen? What's going on?
Nah,
trash?
I hear you saying. Trash, bro.
Trash. What?
Listen, I'll put you like this. Let me just sum this up. The Last of Us can be summed up in one word, son.
You still don't say trash again, but you going hard, bro. You going hard. What you think? What's
overrated, bro? Overrated, man. It's just overrated. Like, I feel I didn't play the game.
I didn't play the game either.
I know the game had, I think my point is, like, I think they tried to make it too much like the game, and the game was good because it was interactive. You was
a lot more zombies. People are telling me you're killing a lot more of the zombies in the game.
No. It's a video game. So
there's very few zombies in this joint. Honestly, dog. There's what?
Honestly, bro.
Eight max that you actually interacted with. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And they all might have been one episode. You know what I'm saying? Like,
one episode had most of them for sure. For sure.
When they was fighting that big old horde of them, it was crazy. So what I'm saying is, I just think the show is not trash because the money behind the show is great. The cinematography, I can tell that the writers are good at what they do. I just think they try to get a little too cute.
Hold on, listen now. Listen. Speaking of, did you be watching a little after the show, like the little inside episode? I watched it for the last one. Listen, I watched it for the last one, right? And the girl who plays Pastor Greenleaf, I can't remember. The one girl who was the
what's her name?
Marlene. Firefly's woman.
Marlene.
Yeah, Marlene. She, after the episode, was like, "Oh man, I get so choked up thinking about this scene." I was like, "Bro, these actor people, bro, y'all gotta relax." And I'm like, "Yo, you had 10 lines in the show," and she was like, "But because here's the thing, bro. When I see the actual show, it's for sure done well. But when you see the behind the scenes and how much start, stop, how can you get that like emotional after the fact, looking back, like, you know what, that was such a beautiful scene, like."
They put a lot of work into it, man.
I guess so.
For me, it was this though, and I think it was like episode 7 or 8. Me and Ashley just watched this joint last night. It was the behind the scenes, inside the episode type joint, and the writers were like patting themselves on the back the whole episode. Like, that's how I knew they was getting too cute. They was like, "Yeah," and then we took it away from her. Like he was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "Yeah, where Ellie had a chance to, have love, but."
Bro, listen, because we talked about that's the episode before. So what happened? Let me give a little bit something. So for those who haven't watched the show, you might can still find this entertaining. So what happened in the show was it's about like these zombies that come, and the zombies they happen through a fungus pretty much, and it spreads from person to person through a fungus if they bite you or whatever. And so in one episode, I think that was 7, they had one of the main characters. She kind of has this whole like little love story like a teenage love story with someone. They kind of come out to each other. And it's like, yo, man, we're gonna like live the rest of our lives. Like, this is great. Like, oh man, like I like you too. You can see them, they were nervous saying it. And then like 2 seconds later, after like she's like, okay, well, let's stay. We're gonna build a life, kind of. Zombie come in and kill him, son. So it was like, yo, it was literally a gut punch, son. It was
no, but what's so crazy is that the writers were like proud of it. They were like, yeah, like we thought about this scene, like we spent all this time building up this hope and joy, and then we yanked it away from her. And then he was like looking in the camera, like kind of happy, like, yeah, that was good. I was like, yo, dude, this crazy, son.
That's gotta be what them This Is Us writers be doing, bro. Quick pivot. Have you ever watched This Is Us, son?
No, bro. I have because, and I stopped because of this. I was like, yo, this is too much, man. Like they're literally just trying to make you cry. Like how, like
trying. They succeeded, my boy. Yo, 2 or 3 times each episode, I was in there like, bro, this touches. Literally, it'd be like 3 times each episode for me.
The little weak stomach, son.
Ain't the weak stomach, bro. You never cried in that joint, son? It'd be like 3 times each episode, they hit you with something like,
no, it really is, bro. They keep on talking about the dad like he was the best person to ever walk the earth, son.
Yeah.
Remember when dad was like, remember that one time, son, he gave up his right leg for us?
Yeah, like, yeah. That jump, bro. I literally stopped. It was really good, but I stopped a couple seasons in because I was like, bro, I just ain't trying to be going fit.
They doing too much. That's literally The Last of Us in a nutshell. It's like you're doing too much. You're trying to be too cute. You're trying to be too artsy. Like, bro, just tell the story. Like, you got 2 episodes out of 9 that really are just filler episodes that just have a feel-good story. Don't really have any progression to the story.
Oh, because yeah, episode 7 and 3, you're talking about Bill and Frank episode, no progression. And then the Ellie episode, I didn't care per se how she got bit personally. That scene was in the game though. I think they added some of the other stuff, but her in the game that was there. But I didn't, as someone who didn't play the game, I wasn't necessarily like, how did she get bit? It was like, bro, she just got bit and got away. So I didn't care too much.
I think the pacing for the show is much different than a video game, especially a storyline video game when you're interactive. You want those scenes and you're trying to take the character on a journey. Like you have more slack to go deeper into the character development and let that person is like literally controlling them. They're walking around as them. So I think they tried to do that in a show. And me personally, I just don't feel like it really translated well. I feel like it just could have been better as a show. I feel like the writing, the plot, the pacing, the actual scenes could have been better. I think the actors are phenomenal. I think the cinematography is great. I think all the money they put behind it, good. And I think the writers are good and at what they do. I just think they just try to do too much. They got a little too cute, man.
Let me get this for you, son. Let me get this from you. What would you say? What would you give it out of 10, dog? The whole series. Now you've seen the whole series.
We always go back to this when we always talk about ranking stuff. It's like, and we're talking about technically, or are we talking about like just pure enjoyment?
Give us both. Give us both, man.
Like technically, it's like a 9. It's really good. It's HBO. It's got a lot of money. Even behind the scenes, they were like, "Yo, we went to the coldest place. Like it's real cold. It's actual cold. Like this is not for." And the set, the whole scene of the
giraffes.
Not the giraffe, like the mall that they did with the Ellie episode number 7.
Oh yeah, that was dope. Yeah,
that was a whole set. I was like, yo, that's crazy that they built this out. So technically it's like a 9, but like enjoyment wise, kind of like a 6, bro.
6 for you? Well, this is the reason I asked, man. This is the reason I asked. I can see how you can say it's overrated because to me, I see a lot of people on social media talking about this the best thing ever since sliced bread. I'm like, ho, it's not that. I think overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. It had potential now. I give it to me because here's the thing though. This is kind of my genre too, like I was telling you, bro. Actually, little sidebar. So there's so much to talk about. Listen, there's some shows coming out on Apple TV. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how it is. We're all over the place now, but let me just get into it. There's a show coming out on Apple TV called Silo, and it started off like a dark shot. And you know what the person said? It was like, we don't know how long we've been in the silo or how we got to the silo. And I was like, it's my bag, son. This is my favorite show.
What are you talking about, Zed?
It was like in the future, distant future sometime, there's a civilization that's living in this underground silo. And the way it started, I was like, the premise, I'm like, this is the type of show I like. I literally was watching the trailer. That's what it's in. And I was like, I'm here for it. So to me, I like even the premise of Last of Us, the dystopian future. I do like those type of shows in general. So that's what, to me, I give it 8 out of 10. It could have been better for some things for me, but I still very much enjoyed it. We talked about this a couple weeks ago with like
8 out of 10, bro.
Yeah, I got to, man. I mean, I still liked it, bro.
So I mean, 8 out of 10 is like you're recommending it to people.
I would recommend it to people. Yeah, I mean, I'm recommending other stuff first before it. I would recommend it to somebody for sure. If you're looking for something, it sound like you gave it a 7 to me. No, it was still good, bro. I mean, to
8 is way too high. Give me another 8. Give me another show that's an 8 to compare it to. That's like a staple show. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what you've seen.
Snowfall like an 8 right now. Snowfall at 8. But to me,
it's just as good as Snowfall.
Well, to me, here's the thing. Because we talked about this before. This is why I say I think it's because I like these type of shows more. Out of all the shows I'm watching currently, I was looking forward to those episodes the most, personally. For me personally, I like that stuff because you just never know. Like somebody might die. They were killing off characters. It's like the stakes are really high, and I'm here for the drama personally. And I like Snowfall too. We have to get into it one of these days. I do like Snowfall, man. But I do like the show. I thought it was good. It wasn't like what people were talking about, like best things. Like I got Walking Dead above it for zombie shows. Like it ain't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on, early
Walking Dead. Peak Walking Dead is like a 9, 10.
Nah, yeah, Peak Walking Dead, like first 3, 4, 5 seasons of Walking Dead.
Oh, it's must watch. So it ain't as good as that. That's what I'm saying. It ain't as good as that. It ain't like must watch. Even now that the craze is a little bit over,
bro. If you don't have nothing to watch, that's this, and that's a 7 to me. If you don't have nothing to watch, you watch this. If somebody's like, yo, give me a show to watch, I ain't got nothing, I'm in a show hole. Hey man, you might want to watch this. It's not the greatest, but it's solid.
I would give it to. I would definitely recommend this, but I would have other.
How about this? So show this came out. You watched Peripheral, right?
Yeah, I liked it better than Peripheral. Man, I'll be honest with you. Peripheral started off strong, but to me, Peripheral fell off, bro. I'll be honest with you, dog.
No. Don't get it. It fell off. Peripheral started crazy.
It did start crazy,
and it did dip a little bit. But I'm still giving it like a 7.5, 8. Because what I'm saying is like I'm actually looking forward to the second season. I can't say the same for Last of Us.
No, I'm actually looking forward to the second season. I'll be honest with you. I'm not looking forward to it as much as Severance. We talk about Severance a lot, as much as Invincible, because I didn't like it as much as those other shows are rated higher. But to me, I was really captivated and wanted to see, hey, what's going to happen. Even listen, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it here, man. Let's talk about the ending for the show, which I think is pretty controversial ending. The way it ends on the show is this girl, the main character Ellie, they're trying to get her to. She has immunity to get to the virus. She got bit by a zombie and she was fine, so she has immunity to the zombie. And this other man, Joel, who's like just a random guy at this point, he ends up kind of taking care of her over the course of months. He goes all the way from Boston to Utah pretty much, and they form a bond and a friendship, and he lost his daughter before. So he ends up start to love and care for this little girl. And when they get there, they're like, yo, listen, you got here now, finally, this is awesome. All right, so we're going to prep her for surgery. And yeah, she's getting prepped for surgery. He's like, okay, well, can I see her? They're like, oh, you can't do that. And they're like, how come? And so she's like, well, in order to find the cure, it's kind of the cordyceps, the fungus grows in her brain. So they're going to have to like remove her brain and stuff like that. But she didn't experience no pain. She's all good. Or she's not all good, but she's good. Like she didn't know what was going on. So we're going to have to we got a surgeon working on it. And he could try to develop a cure from her. And he's like, hold on now. Hold on. Even to me, that was a big twist. I did not see that coming. It says I didn't play the game. That was I literally had no idea, because it's like, okay, get her there. Like I Am Legend, right? I Am Legend, what Will Smith do at the end? He gave a little bit of his blood. He's like, yo, take this. The cure is in my blood for I Am Legend. That's what he told to the people.
Right.
I had no idea. They're like, yo, we're going to have to kill her. I'm like, hold on now. We're going to have to kill her. And Joel was like, heck no, son. And he went
First of all.
What's up, dog? Talk to me.
This is where the show started to unravel a little bit for me.
What's up?
The lady, Marlene, comes in there. And she's like, Joel. Basically, she's like, yo, bro, you're a beast.
For sure.
And I don't know.
Hold on, one thing too. Remember before we talked about how did Joel even real quick turn into a beast when just 3 episodes ago he was like, Tommy, please, man, I'm too weak, Tommy. I can't keep her. She'll die for sure, Tommy, please.
No. But at the beginning of the season, they alluded to the fact that Joel was a beast, and he was saying it. He was like, "Listen, I'm not like a good guy.
He's really nice with the guns. He can fight."
Yeah. I mean, he was just that guy. Even the first couple episodes, they was like, "Yo, that one dude was scared of him." Like, he was like, "Look, just don't put Joel on me. Like, don't put him on me." Because like everybody knew, like, you know, that's why he got commissioned to do this job in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, him and his running mate, I forgot her name at the time, but they was like the ones like, you need something done, we're gonna get it done. They the muscle essentially.
For sure.
It was wild to me, and this is where the show started unraveling. It was wild to me that she walks in and she's like, "Hey, I can't believe you got her here. I took 5 men with me. We couldn't even get us through, but you got us here. You're a beast. Also, we about to murk her. And 2 guys, y'all escort them out right now." That's crazy talk to me. Like, you knew he was visibly mad as soon as he stood up. Like, oh yeah, nah, you gonna have to fight me right now. I'm not letting this happen. She should have known that. Why did they even take him out? Why did they escort him right now? Literally tie the dude up. He was knocked unconscious.
I think they was, because here's the thing, it's true. When they first got there, when they first got to the place, the soldiers kind of knocked him out because they didn't know who was what. But then they got in there like, oh, we didn't know who you were. So it's true, but I feel like she was kind of like more grateful, like, oh snap, you can possibly save the world. Like, you're the only person I thought that could have did this joint. So I think it was more of a gratitude, like, yo, you know what, son? And that's what even she said, like, yo, I don't really like owing people, but I owe you, son. Like, you really did this.
Nah, bro, but this is what I'm saying is like, that was, you know, especially after watching the episode, right? And we'll get into it here in a second, but after watching the episode, like, you knew what this dude was capable of. And you knew how, like, attached he was to her. I mean, even he woke up and was like, let me just see her. She was like, I can't let you see her, like, sorry. Like, bro, you know this dude is gonna snap, right? Like, you know that.
So now I'm going to the post-credit joint, behind the scenes. They were talking about how Joel, because at the beginning he was really rough and tough, even like with Tess, the female companion.
He was what's the word,
hardened, you know what I'm saying? Like, hardened,
he was
you know what I'm saying?
He didn't really show a lot.
I don't really care about much. So I don't think she anticipated at first him even really caring, like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to kill this little girl. She might have thought initially, like, oh, it'd be like, all right, well, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have thought like, oh, he's gonna be attached to this girl, which he was.
Okay, but after they punched him in the stomach in that hospital bed, they
knew
then.
Here's the thing though. She did tell him, take him out, and if he tries anything, kill him. She did at least give him those instructions.
But he's a beast, dog. Like, they literally, they
undersold the beast, though. That's what they undersold the beast a little bit.
They did not undersell the beast. They showed us that multiple times.
But here's the thing, what about when he was with Tommy saying, bruh, Tommy, I want to get this girl killed. My heart. What about the heart problems and all that stuff?
That was one episode, bruh. That was one episode.
A recent episode.
Literally, the whole show was, and she said it. She was like, "You got this girl here," and he was trying to downplay, like, "Oh, like she was good." She was like, "Bruh, if she wouldn't have survived one day without you."
Yeah.
You kind of right. And then you're gonna put 2 dudes that was, I mean, like, bro, the guys they put on him was like, yo, you knew these dudes was about to get popped. I knew it as soon as he went out the stairs. I was like, yo, these dudes are over.
He might have like left and came back though, for real. I thought he might have like, why didn't? Because to me it's almost like this. Like, I was thinking the same thing when it happened. It's like, bro, why not tell him? Give me some time. Give me a week. Get you as soon as we get. I ain't even getting to say bye. It's like, bro, she already like, bro, that's kind of crazy to me. Y'all just like, well, we got.
That's what I'm saying. They told him wild. They let him out. And what's the crazy part about it is, dog, when they let him out, she wasn't even in surgery yet. It'd be different. It was like, it's already done, dog. You woke up. Sorry, man. It's done. You can go ahead and get on your way. You can't save her. It's over.
True.
They literally like woke him up right before it happened. Like, not even right before it happened. It had to be way before it happened, because you see how many people he shot. Like, my man went through the whole joint. That joint had to take 30 minutes to get through that whole place.
And even then, bro, once again, one other little shortcoming of the show, they fast forward through the action. I wanted to see him get right. We saw him a few times get right, but then they fast forward like, hey, yo, hold on. Like, because the show has been more drama than action. And
yeah,
my man
came through like John Wick, and we didn't even see it really.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I didn't think he was like that because to me, I'm just thinking the last episode or 3 episodes ago,
Come on,
he was
man.
like, because we saw him with the heart problems. We saw him like about to pass out. And he's like, bro, I'm getting old. I can't really do this like I used to.
No, bro, we saw him like they foreshadowed this at the beginning of the show with his daughter, and you can clearly see what they're trying to tell you is like this is his like second chance at saving his daughter's life. This is like his daughter reincarnated essentially. They're showing you, they're foreshadowing this whole time, and even then at the beginning of the show, like he was about that, like he pulled up with the truck, hitting stuff, shooting stuff, and then he was hardened for 20 years, and he had a reputation. Like everybody knew, like, yo, don't mess with Joel. He will snap on you.
Sure.
He'll have no problem murking you.
Sure.
So if I knew that and you knew that, Marlene knows that.
But she gave him instructions at least. Hey, if you try anything, kill him. That was instructions. Okay. So to me, listen, this is not even the most interesting part. The most interesting part is this. What would you have done? Did Joel make the right decision? That's really what I want to get to. Did he make the right decision?
He made the right decision
to save the girl. He killed.
He made the right decision for him, bro.
Yeah.
I think when you're talking about these type of worlds, that's all that really matters.
Well, hold on. Let me give the people, if the people haven't watched it, he ended up saving a girl because he's like, hey, I want y'all to kill her. And he killed like all the people that was going to help him, and he took her back essentially, and he lied to her about it. Like, hey, yo, they couldn't fix you, or they couldn't find a cure. He kind of lied. So the question is, would you have saved a loved one of yours that could possibly end this whole, the pandemic ain't even a word, I don't even know what you call this, like apocalypse essentially. Right. Or would you like let her, okay, you know what? She can actually do something that no one else in the world possibly can. So what you think? You said he made the right decision for him, Leland? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think what you fail to realize is, man, it's like situation like this is nuance.
For sure.
I don't think I think that's the whole point of this show, is that they're showing you these individuals, they're giving you a peek into their life. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, when you're in an apocalyptic time like this, death is a reality. Losing your loved ones are a reality. He already did it. I mean, at the beginning, he lost his daughter. He thought he lost his brother. He lost his girl and best friend. He probably lost a lot of people in the 20 years that he's known them. And, to him, Ellie was like redemption for him. It was like at this point, he had hardened himself so much. He had experienced so much loss that I think he didn't necessarily think that it was possible to love again until he met this girl.
And I thought, even real quick, I thought that was a good scene too, because in this last episode, he's talking to Ellie. He opens up because even earlier in the show, he's like, yo, don't ask me about my daughter. Now he's talking about her more and stuff like that. And Ellie says something like, hey, I guess time heals all wounds. And he looks at her, he says, wasn't the time. And he kind of like, his voice is choking. That was a good scene because it's like alluded, like, time didn't heal this wound, you healed this wound. So like,
she opened him up. So I think for him personally, given the person he is, man, like I said, they already alluded to the fact that he was a killer. He said it multiple times. He said, I'm not a good guy. Like, I've done a lot of bad things.
Hey, I liked how he was moving too. Like the way he killed that doctor, bro. I feel like the one thing I would say, the way he had Joel moving, it was like very like, I'm just moving matter of factly. The doctor came in there, hey guys, don't hurt her. I'll do the top. No talking.
No talking. Nothing to say, bro.
Hey, yo,
out of here.
Right now,
I mean, like that's what I'm saying. He was completely and totally focused.
Yeah.
And I feel like Marlene, as smart as she was, she knew that. Mm-hmm. She knew that. She knew that he was going to be like that. That's why I don't like about it. But okay, either way, the question is, did he do the right thing? Would I do the same thing? If I was Joel, probably.
No, you, bro. Don't try to cop out, son. You.
I'm not a cop out, bro. What I'm saying is like if you gotta leave him connected. Like he lost a lot of people, and he's desensitized to killing.
For sure.
So if you add those two things together, I lost a lot of my loved ones. I'm desensitized, and they're telling me I'm about to lose another loved one that I thought I would never have, and I have the power to actually change it.
Good point. Yeah, that's true.
You're doing it. You are too. Like everybody is. Like the point is, bruh, it's apocalypse. Like what do you care? Really, what do you care if you die? Like if you're dead, it don't matter.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was thinking about something and talking to Latanya last night. I think it gave me the perfect answer to the question. Here's the perfect answer, son.
Okay.
She said, I'm giving her credit. It depends on what Ellie says. If Ellie is cool with dying to do it, you do it. If Ellie don't want to do it, it's up for you. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's actually a good answer, because to me, Ellie could be like, you know what, man? If I can save the whole world, maybe. And once again, that's what I'm saying. Give me some time. Like, don't just like give me some time to think about it. Let me get some time to like smell the roses, have my last meal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but they can't though. That's what I'm saying. Because you might say no.
Well, if it's no, then it's up for y'all. I got to do the same thing. I talked to her. She's like, listen, I'm too scared to die. I don't want to die yet. It's like, all right, bet, no problem. Nope. Now it's time to turn.
That's what I'm saying. They can't take that risk. That's the whole point of this. Because they can't take the risk of her trying to run or whatever. Like they want the cure, bro. And so that's why they did it on the sneak tip, because they was like, look, we ain't gonna tell her about it, nothing, because that's less humane. It's more humane to just be like, oh, you didn't even know.
True. I can see that. So here's the thing too. Here's the thing I was thinking about from a science perspective. Also talking about this with Tanya last night. I think there also are ways that you can do it without the explanation they gave to me wasn't good enough. Joel, he had like the little, hey, yo, find someone else. That was his approach, find someone else. I'd have been like, hey, listen, there's other things you can do. Like even at the university right now, there's a professor who her research is working on pretty much doing like not necessarily imaging of the brain, but finding out the chemical composition of the brain while a person's still alive, doing like a sort of spectroscopy where they shoot lasers down in the brain and they can tell you about the chemical composition without like having to slice a person open. And basically the reason for it is like it can help for earlier detection of certain neural problems if you can do it before something starts happening. Yeah. And so I'm like, yo, is that an option? Also, people have also guys. I'm just saying this is me. Joe did his thing. This is me in my situation. Hey, yo, people have survived with also portions of their brain taken out. Do we got to kill her? If the whole brain got to go, people literally survive and function normal lives. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro.
What's up, bro?
I already said it in the show. This has been going on for like 20 plus years.
For sure.
You don't think that they've tried everything?
Well, I don't think they've ever had a sample like this, though. They never had a person that they found immune. At least that's what my understanding is.
Nah, they said it in the show. I think they said in the show, they was like, nah, they've tried. I mean, of course they've tried everything, but they've tried.
But they never had a person immune, though. That's what I'm saying. They never had a person. Joel lied at the end with talking about, hey, there's mad people like you. That was a lie. Joel just said
I can't remember, but I could be mistaken. But I feel like in the show, when they were talking about, her, Ellie in particular being the hope, it was like, but we've heard this before. You know what I'm saying? They've had the cure before. Like people, you got to imagine around the world, there's plenty of smart individuals who are like, I think I figured it out. The reality of the situation is that they don't know. And they really are, she was just going to be a test for science. At the end of the day, like they weren't. There's no way they could be 100% sure. It was a theory, and there was no way that they could say to them, "Oh, we can still save her." Like, bro, they need her entire body for science.
But here's the thing, though. I feel like it may take a while, but even like with the COVID vaccine and things like that in that movie Contagion, once you can find the thing and isolate it, which that's also sometimes a tricky part. It's pretty seemingly straightforward to my understanding of it. So if they're like, hey, if she has this, because my thing is this, it wasn't like a natural immunity like Will Smith. And that's what they showed in the thing. It was like, oh, she actually was pregnant and got bit just in time. And that's kind of how she became immune. It wasn't like a natural, like, because in life you have people that are sometimes immune and stuff. It wasn't like, hey, man, there's 0.0001% of the population is immune. It wasn't like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I don't think it was like, we've tried. It was more so maybe you've heard a rumor and people are like, man, that ain't true. Ain't nobody immune, son. It ain't like a concrete example. That's even why that's why Joel throughout the show was like, yo, if you showed it to anyone, they're going to shoot you. No one's going to be like, oh, she's immune. Yeah, it's like, nah, son, it's over for you. Don't ever show anyone your arm. You see what I'm saying? Because no one's going to believe you're immune. So I feel like it was more concrete. I don't, it's tough, man. Like, I think
it's tough, man.
With Joel, if you have Joel's skill set, which I personally don't, like if they say, yo, we're gonna kill her, it's like, dog, it is armed to 50 men. It's like, dang, bro. I'm looking around like, dog, I can't do nothing. But yeah, it's true. If I'm Joel, I do have the power to do something.
you got a power and you don't care. Like you don't have really nothing to live for anyway. You don't have like this is like really right now what he's saying is like she's the only thing that he's living for, period. So
that's now what if because I think also at the end of the show it kind of alluded to Ellie like not really, I'm saying Ellie, thinking of Stranger Things, Ellie like kind of knowing that Joel was telling the lie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So what did
you telling the truth?
So do you think Ellie would have been willing to sacrifice herself? Like what if Ellie says, you know what, Joel?
Yeah, I think she would. I think she would. I think he knows she would.
I think so. But to me, it's like, bro, even for me personally, I feel like that makes sense, man. If the whole world is in hell, if I got
that's what I'm saying. You're not Joel. Like
it's true.
They've been trying to tell you who Joel is this whole time.
True.
The dude is he's broken. I mean, you know, he had his daughter shot right in front of him.
True.
And he's gone through this whole thing and he's still somehow surviving. Mm-hmm. He's a broken guy. And I think, you know, just like the episode 3 where they were showing you, was like the guy, like they was like, I don't want to do this without you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, hope is a powerful thing. Love is a powerful thing, man. Like you take that away from somebody, you know, what do they really have? And so I think what they were trying to depict is like Joel was in that state. He was just in a state where he was like, I can't, if I like I think he was okay with dying trying. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. He was okay with, like, he was gonna give it his all.
So yeah, he was just
that's what I thought was gonna happen too. Because I didn't think he's gonna get to mow down all them soldiers. I'm really thinking, like, Joel about to die right here, son. This is it.
He a beast, bro. They're trying to tell you, bro.
Bruh. So here's the tough thing. Here's what's tough now, like, and that's why I said I am looking forward to season 2, because my thing is this. Even if they try, I don't know if they have the resources to recreate what they've just had there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, even like, bro, scientists at this point in time ain't just in abundance. A safe facility. Like, even if you, like, he could have been 1-on-1. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's because
that's what we were saying that too. Like, bro, your man shot him. Like, he really don't care. Like,
I was thinking, shoot the nurse, don't shoot the main person just in case there's another workaround. You might be killing the only person in the world because, like,
you don't care.
I know, and that's what's crazy because, like, now even he can't, and he had a lot of L at the end because Ellie starts to kind of think, okay, did he lie? And he says, hey, swear to me what you said happened, like, because Joel lied to her and said, hey, there wasn't a cure. I barely got you out. Raiders came, and he said, I swear. He like lied to her, and I'm like, at this point, you can't even go back there, and like, there's probably gonna be nothing there. You know, you're gonna have to find. Fedra don't seem like the most reasonable. It seemed like if you come to Fedra, hey, look, she's immune, you probably get capped right away. You know what I'm saying? Like
super Merc Marlene.
Merc her. See, also with Marlene, one thing I will say too, she should have for sure when she saw him in that garage, ain't no more talking. Soon as Joel holding her, she should have popped him right away. He can't kill 20, 30 people. He talking about some, you can still come back from this, even everything. No, you can't, son. At this point, you killed a lot of jokers, son. People that got friends and family. You can't. So to me, if I'm Marlene, I literally thought as soon as she came on him, what am I talking for?
I think she didn't want to shoot Ellie, man. I think that's really
and then I was thinking with Joel, I was like, Joel, how come you not carrying a gun? He had that gun tucked in. I said, my boy. Yeah, I said, because I was like, yo, Joel, why you got no gun, sir? Nah, so you thought, because he was holding her like this, and he had the gun underneath, so he shot her. He's like, Joel, how you gonna get caught slacking? Nah, son, not caught.
Nah, son. Yeah. That's saying Joel not playing no games, bro. Like this is what he do, son. Like this is literally in his bag of talents, and he won't ready to let her go, bro. So,
all right, that's it, man. Listen, season 2 has been confirmed. It'll probably come out probably next year or the year after. So they will be making a season 2. It probably gonna be based off season 2 of the game or the second rendition of the game. But I'm looking forward to it, man.